Close your eyes. Picture a place where monks check smartphones between prayers, where vending machines sell hot ramen at 3 a.m., where bullet trains traveling 320 kilometers per hour apologize for leaving 20 seconds early. Open your eyes. That place exists. It is called Japan. A country the size of California with 125 million people, where 15 million pack into Tokyo alone, functioning with precision that makes Swiss watches look amateur. Where silence is not empty but full of meaning cultivated over millennia. Where a bow says more than words. Where tea ceremonies transform simple gestures into meditation. Japan is the most misunderstood country on Earth. Travelers expect Studio Ghibli and discover complexity beyond any fantasy. This is Japan in 2026, grappling with the world's oldest population, technological marvels, and traditions that refuse to die. Subscribe as we explore 40 destinations revealing the Japan that exists beyond cherry blossoms, the beautiful and broken, ancient and innovative, all at once. Tokyo hits you like a wall. 15 million people moving through a city rebuilt from ashes. Shinjuku Station handles 3.6 million passengers daily through 200 exits. Shibuya Crossing is organized chaos where 3,000 people cross simultaneously, yet nobody collides. Harajuku's Takeshita Street explodes in youth fashion and crepes. At night, neon transforms streets into cyberpunk reality where salarymen drink beneath cherry trees and robots serve coffee. Jungle crows, highly intelligent black corvids, dominate the city, sometimes attacking people during nesting season. In Ueno Park, wild spot-billed ducks nest along ponds while brown-eared bulbuls sing from sakura branches. Tokyo proves humanity can live densely without descending into disorder. 15 million souls choreographing movement unconsciously. Kyoto was Japan's capital for 1,000 years and remains its soul. Fushimi Inari's 10,000 vermilion torii gates tunnel through forest. Where foxes, considered messengers of Inari, roam at dusk with amber eyes catching lantern light. Kinkakuji reflects perfectly in still water, gold leaf blazing in afternoon sun. Arashiyama's bamboo grove towers overhead where light filters green and wild boars occasionally wander from surrounding hills. Gion District preserves geisha culture where Maiko train for years in traditional arts. Japanese bush warblers sing their distinctive call from temple gardens while white eyes flit between plum blossoms. Philosopher's Path follows a canal lined with cherry trees where mandarin ducks paddle in spring. Kyoto proves Japan's past breathes quietly, waiting patiently for those who listen. Osaka is Tokyo's rebellious sibling where Kansai dialect sounds rougher and locals talk to strangers without needing alcohol first. Dotonbori is sensory overload, where neon signs shaped like giant crabs and octopi advertise restaurants serving takoyaki and okonomiyaki to crowds that never thin. Osaka Castle sits surrounded by concrete modernity, where long-eared bats roost in stone walls, thousands emerging at dusk. Kuramon Market extends through covered arcades where vendors sell fresh tuna and live fugu pufferfish prepared by licensed chefs because one wrong cut means death. Black kites circle overhead hunting scraps while gray herons stalk rivers. The Glico Running Man sign has photographed visitors since 1935. Osaka proves not everywhere follows Tokyo's efficiency, that regional variation defines Japan's true character. Hiroshima exists in the shadow of August 6, 1945, when an atomic bomb killed 80,000 instantly. The Peace Memorial Museum holds artifacts that make adults weep. The A-bomb dome stands skeletal, a deliberate reminder. But Hiroshima rebuilt itself as a city of 1.2 million where life continues. Here's where children play in parks built on ash, where the message is peace, not vengeance. Miyajima Island offshore features the floating Torii Gate and 1,500 sacred sika deer that bow for crackers, sometimes aggressively when treats run out. White-tailed eagles winter in the bay, hunting fish. Japanese macaques inhabit forested hillsides of Mount Misen. Hiroshima proves that from absolute destruction, humanity rebuilds not just structures but hope itself. Nara was Japan's first permanent capital and kept 1,500 sacred sika deer roaming freely. Bowing to tourists for crackers sold by vendors who warn that deer bite when treats run out. These are not tame pets but wild animals considered messengers of gods, protected for over 1,000 years. Yashitodaiji Temple houses a 15-meter bronze Buddha cast in 752 CE in the world's largest wooden building. Kasuga Taisha's 3,000 stone lanterns line paths through primeval forests, where Japanese giant flying squirrels glide between trees after dark, and raccoon dogs waddle through undergrowth. Copper pheasants strut through temple grounds, their metallic plumage catching sunlight. Nara proves Japan honors its past by integrating it into daily life, where sacred and mundane coexist naturally. Fujisan is a cultural icon, that perfect cone inspiring artists for centuries. At 3,776 meters, it is Japan's highest peak and an active volcano that last erupted in 1707, covering Edo in ash. This climbing season runs July to September, when 200,000 people ascend starting at night to reach sunrise above clouds. The climb is not technical, but altitude makes it challenging. Japanese Sero, goat antelopes found only in Japan, inhabit forested lower slopes rarely seen by climbers rushing upward. Mountain hawk eagles patrol the slopes hunting small mammals. Rock ptarmigans, rare alpine birds, live above tree line with plumage white in winter and mottled brown in summer. From the summit you see Japan stretched beneath, understanding why this mountain became sacred to generations. Takayama sits in the Japan Alps, maintaining an Edo period town center where merchant houses from the 1600s still stand with dark wooden facades. Morning markets operate daily where elderly vendors sell mountain vegetables and pickles. Sake breweries offer tastings from mountain water and Haida rice. The Takayama Festival displays elaborate floats built in the 1600s with mechanical puppets. Asian black bears inhabit surrounding mountains, occasionally wandering near town at dawn before vanishing into forests. Japanese wood pigeons coo from cedars while azure-winged magpies raid market stalls. Mountain streams hold char and iwana trout. Takayama proves rural areas maintain traditions urban centers have abandoned. That isolation sometimes preserves culture better than accessibility. Kanazawa escaped World War II bombing, leaving historic districts intact. Kenroku-en Garden is one of Japan's 3 most beautiful, with artificial hills, ponds, tea houses, and seasonal plantings. In spring, cherry blossoms fall. Summer brings irises. Autumn transforms maples to flame. Winter brings yukitsuri rope structures protecting trees from snow. Japanese pond turtles bask on rocks while koi beneath move like living gold. The geisha district Higashichaya maintains traditional tea houses where maiko perform. Gray wagtails bob along streams while Japanese white-eyes feed on camellias. The 21st Century Museum of Contemporary Art proves Kanazawa balances preservation with innovation. Oriental turtle doves nest in garden trees while cormorants fish in waterways. Hakone sits 90 kilometers from Tokyo, offering hot springs and mountain views for weekend escape. Or Lake Ashi offers pirate ship cruises where Mount Fuji reflects perfectly on clear days. Japanese giant salamanders, the world's second largest amphibian, reaching 1.5 meters. Inhabit mountain streams, though sightings are rare as they are nocturnal. The open-air museum displays sculptures against mountain backdrops. The Hakone ropeway ascends over sulphurous Owakudani, where steam vents remind visitors Japan sits on the ring of fire. Copper pheasants strut through forest undergrowth while oriental greenfinches sing from treetops. Ryokan inns offer kaiseki meals featuring mountain vegetables, river fish, and wild plants foraged locally. Japanese martens hunt through forests, their sleek bodies rarely seen by tourists. Nagoya is Japan's fourth largest city with 2.3 million people and nobody's first tourism choice, despite being historically significant. Nagoya Castle was impressive until American bombs destroyed it in 1945. Toyota originated here with the museum documenting evolution from textile looms to automobiles. Atsuta Shrine houses the Kusanagi sword, one of 3 imperial regalia. The food scene centers on miso-based dishes, kishimen flat noodles, and tebasaki chicken wings. Bull-headed shrikes perch on power lines while carrion crows gather in urban parks. The Higashiyama Zoo houses koalas and Sumatran tigers. Eastern spot-billed ducks paddle in moat waters around castle ruins. Nagoya proves industrial cities have culture worth discovering beyond guidebook recommendations. Japan's isolation created evolution in a laboratory where species found nowhere else emerged over millions of years. The Japanese crane, Tancho, with snow-white body and crimson-crown dances in Hokkaido winters, pairs performing synchronized ballet in frozen wetlands. Blakiston's fish owl, the world's largest owl with 2-meter wingspan, hunts fish in Hokkaido rivers with fewer than 100 pairs surviving. The Iriomote wildcat on Iriomote Island numbers fewer than 100 individuals, a tiger-sized cat that never learned to fear, now critically endangered from roads and habitat loss. Amami rabbits, primitive species unchanged for millions of years, inhabit only Amami and Tokunoshima islands. Your Japanese spider crabs with leg spans reaching 4 meters are the world's largest arthropods, dwelling in deep waters off Japan's Pacific coast. Japan does not have seasons, it has performances where nature choreographs precise timing celebrated for centuries. Spring begins with plum blossoms in February, white and pink flowers blooming while snow still falls, their fragrance sweeter than cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms follow in late March, sakura blooming for exactly 2 weeks, creating national obsession, where families picnic beneath falling petals and news reports track the bloom front advancing north. Summer brings fireflies in June, hotaru glowing in rice paddies and riverbanks. There's their synchronized flashing, creating living constellations where couples traditionally met in darkness. Cicadas emerge in July, their deafening chorus reaching 120 decibels, millions singing simultaneously. Autumn transforms mountains to flame, momiji maples turning crimson and gold from October through November. Wisteria blooms in May, creating purple curtains hanging from trellises, while hydrangeas bloom in June during rainy season, their colors changing from pink to blue. Nikko's Toshogu Shrine demonstrates that not all Japanese aesthetics favor minimalism. With buildings covered in gold leaf and elaborate carvings, so vivid they border on garish. The shrine honors Tokugawa Ieyasu, who unified Japan in 1600, and the three wise monkeys carved on the stable originated here, becoming global symbols. Japanese macaques inhabit surrounding forests, often seen along hiking trails with their pink faces and silver fur distinctive. Keegan Falls drops 97 meters, creating rainbows in mist. Lake Chuzenji offers autumn colors reflected in still water where mandarin ducks and spot-billed ducks overwinter. Varied tits and Japanese pygmy woodpeckers flit through cedar forests. Copper pheasants strut through undergrowth. Nikko proves religious architecture ranges from spare to spectacular. Matsumoto Castle is one of 12 original castles surviving, its black walls earning the nickname Crow Castle. The interior preserves steep stairs designed to slow invaders and low ceilings forcing samurai to crouch, and the city sits at 700 meters in the Matsumoto Basin surrounded by the Japan Alps. Nawate Street maintains Showa period atmosphere with decorations and shops. The Japan Ukiyo-e Museum houses the world's largest collection of woodblock prints, including Hokusai's Great Wave. White wagtails bob along river edges while azure-winged magpies raid garbage bins. Japanese tree sparrows nest in castle eaves. Bull-headed shrikes hunt insects from wooden posts. Matsumoto proves castle towns maintain identity beyond their castles. Kamakura was Japan's political center from 1185 to 1333. The Great Buddha at Kotoku Inn sits exposed after the hall washed away in a 1500 tsunami. The bronze statue, 11 meters tall, weighing 121 tons. Hayesdara Temple offers views over the bay, housing an 11-faced cannon. Hiking trails connect temples through forested hills, where Japanese white eyes and varied tits flit between branches. Enoshima Island offers sea caves and shrines where black-tailed gulls nest on cliffs and cats outnumber residents. Black kites circle overhead, searching for food scraps. Little egrets hunt in tidal pools while cormorants dive offshore. Kamakura proves concentrated sites serve tourists well without requiring multiple days. Mount Koya sits at 900 meters where Kukai founded Shingon Buddhism's headquarters in 816. The Okunoin Cemetery contains 200,000 graves lining a 2-kilometer path through Cryptomeria Forest where lanterns never extinguish. So staying in Shikubo Temple lodgings offers vegetarian Buddhist cuisine, proving restriction creates creativity. Morning prayers at 6 a.m. invite observation of chanting continued daily for centuries. Japanese giant hornets, the world's largest hornets, inhabit the forests, though they avoid humans unless threatened. Copper pheasants strut through temple grounds while Japanese wood pigeons coo from trees. Flying squirrels glide between cryptomerias after dark. Koyasan proves Japanese Buddhism is not museum religion, but living practice maintained by monastic communities. Naoshima transformed from a dying fishing island to a contemporary art destination through billionaire vision. The Chichu Art Museum, designed by Tadao Ando, sits partially underground with skylights illuminating galleries housing Monet, James Turrell, and Walter de Maria. Yayoi Kusama's yellow pumpkin sculpture sits on a pier photographed endlessly by tourists. The Art House project converted abandoned houses into installations, blurring boundaries between art and environment. The Seto Inland Sea surrounding the island hosts bottlenose dolphins occasionally visible from ferries. Black-tailed gulls nest on coastal rocks while great cormorants dive for fish. Japanese flying squid spawn in surrounding waters, attracting predators. Naoshima proves rural revitalization works when capital, vision, and art align. Himeji Castle is Japan's most spectacular surviving original castle, its white walls earning the nickname White Heron Castle. Standing since 1609, having survived wars, fires, and earthquakes. As the defensive design demonstrates military sophistication, with spiraling paths, dead ends, and murder holes where defenders could attack invaders. The main keep stands 46 meters high with 6 floors plus basement. The 5-year restoration completing in 2015 returned walls to brilliant white. Surrounding gardens bloom with cherry blossoms in spring. Japanese paradise flycatchers nest in the castle grounds, their long tail feathers distinctive. Bull-headed shrikes perch on walls, while azure-winged magpies patrol the moat. Gray herons stalk fish in waterways. Beppu produces more hot spring water than anywhere in Japan, over 100,000 kiloliters daily from over 2,700 springs. The Helzer hot springs too hot for bathing, ranging from cobalt blue Umi Jigoku to blood-red Chinoike Jigoku to bubbling mud at Oniyama where crocodiles are kept in heated ponds. The sand bath involves being buried in naturally heated black sand, inducing sweating. The ropeway ascends Mount Tsurumi where steam rises, creating surreal atmosphere. Japanese Japanese cranes occasionally visit coastal areas during winter migrations, their white bodies and red crowns elegant against snow. Black kites circle overhead while gray herons hunt tide pools. Beppu's hot spring culture attracts visitors seeking therapeutic bathing experiences. Shirakawa-go's Gasho-zukuri farmhouses with steep thatched roofs survived because isolation prevented modernization. The hands-in-prayer architecture creates massive attic spaces where silk cultivation occurred. The UNESCO listing in 1995 brought tourism that saved the village economically while threatening it culturally. The observation deck shows thatched roofs creating patterns against snow in winter or rice paddies in summer. Winter illuminations attract massive crowds, creating traffic jams. Japanese Sero inhabit surrounding mountains, occasionally descending to village edges at dawn. Asian black bears roam nearby forests. Copper pheasants strut through fields while Japanese wood pigeons nest in cryptomerias. The Takayama Festival, held twice annually, is considered Japan's most beautiful, featuring elaborate floats built in the 17th century parading through streets. The floats stand up to 10 meters tall, decorated with gold leaf and lacquer work, and each weighing tons yet maneuvered with precision. The karakuri mechanical dolls perform movements controlled by strings, demonstrating puppetry that impresses in the modern era. The festival occurs April 14th to 15th for spring and October 9th to 10th for autumn, filling all accommodation. Azure-winged magpies gather around crowds searching for dropped food. Japanese white-eyes flit through cherry blossoms during spring festival, while brown-eared bulbuls sing from maples during autumn. The Takayama Festival proves Japan maintains living traditions where heritage is active practice. Nagano hosted the 1998 Winter Olympics. Jigokudani Monkey Park offers the surreal sight of Japanese macaques bathing in hot springs surrounded by snow, and their pink faces creating iconic images dominating tourism promotion. The monkeys are not tame but wild, their behavior demonstrating primate social complexity. The 30-minute forest walk reminds visitors that nature observation requires respecting wildlife. Zenkoji Temple houses the first Buddha statue brought to Japan in the 6th century. Japanese accenters hop through snow seeking seeds while white-backed woodpeckers drum on frozen trees. Mountain hawk eagles soar overhead hunting. Asiatic black bears hibernate in mountain caves emerging in spring. Nagano proves wildlife observation drives tourism more effectively than descriptions alone. Sapporo is Hokkaido's capital with nearly 2 million residents, where winters bring snow measured in meters. and the city was founded in 1869 as Japan colonized Hokkaido, displacing indigenous Ainu people. The Sapporo Snow Festival each February attracts 2 million visitors to see massive snow sculptures. The Beer Museum documents Sapporo Brewery's history since 1876. Ezo red foxes, Hokkaido's endemic subspecies with thicker winter coats, are common in parks and suburbs, becoming problematic when fed by tourists. Blakiston's fish owls, the world's largest owls with 2-meter wingspans, inhabit forests, though sightings are rare. Hooper swans winter in urban lakes, while Odori Park provides green space where festivals operate year-round. Sapporo proves Hokkaido maintains distinct identity from mainland Honshu. Hakodate was one of the first ports open to foreign trade in 1854, ending 250 years of isolation. The star-shaped Goryokaku Fort became the last samurai stronghold in 1869, their defeat marking the end of the samurai era. Mount Hakodate offers night views with the city spread across a narrow isthmus, creating hourglass light patterns. The morning market offers squid so fresh they are still moving. Stellar's sea eagles, massive raptors with 2.5-meter wingspans, winter in Hokkaido waters hunting fish in harbors. White-tailed eagles also winter here alongside pelagic cormorants diving offshore. Japanese cranes occasionally visit wetlands. The Kanamori red brick warehouses demonstrate preservation through commercialization successfully. Okinawa was not always Japanese, existing as the independent Ryukyu Kingdom, until Japan annexed it in 1879. Forcing assimilation that created resentment persisting through generations. The islands sit in turquoise water with coral reefs and beaches rivaling Southeast Asia. Shuri Castle was destroyed in 1945 and burned again in 2019, becoming a symbol of perpetual destruction. The islands host 31,000 American military personnel, creating ongoing friction. The Battle of Okinawa killed 150,000 civilians. The waters offer world-class diving with manta rays, sea turtles, and over 200 coral species. Okinawa rail, a flightless bird found only here, numbers fewer than 1,500, making it critically endangered. Ryukyu, flying foxes, roost in trees throughout the islands. Yakushima is an island where 9/10 of land is UNESCO forest, with cedar trees over 1,000 years old growing in terrain receiving up to 10,000 millimeters of rain annually. The Jomonsugi cedar is possibly over 2,000 years old. The hike requires 8 to 10 hours through forest on slippery routes. The Shiratani Unsuikyo ravine offers shorter hikes through moss-covered forest, where every surface grows vegetation. Yakushima macaques, endemic subspecies smaller than mainland macaques, inhabit forests alongside Yakushima deer. Loggerhead sea turtles nest on beaches from May to July. Japanese wood pigeons nest in cryptomerias, while ryukyu robins sing from undergrowth. Now the rain is constant, with locals joking it rains 35 days per month, requiring waterproof clothing for hiking. Iaizi Grand Shrine is Shinto's most sacred site, where the sun goddess Amaterasu is enshrined. The shrine rebuilt every 20 years for 1,300 years, keeping carpentry skills alive through active practice. The complex spreads across 5,500 hectares with 125 shrines, though visitors see only outer areas. The rebuilding ceremony transfers sacred objects from old to new structures in elaborate ritual. The approach through cryptomeria forest creates separation from secular to sacred space. Photography is prohibited, maintaining sanctity. Japanese giant salamanders inhabit the Isuzu River, though sightings are rare. As copper pheasants strut through shrine grounds while Japanese bush warblers sing from trees. The nearby town thrives on pilgrim economy. The Kumano Kodo are ancient pilgrimage routes through the Kii Peninsula, connecting sacred sites designated UNESCO World Heritage. The trails wind through mountains, passing villages, shrines, and waterfalls where pilgrims have walked for over 1,000 years. The Nakahechi route is most popular, with travelers walking between guest houses offering traditional meals. The trails are well maintained, with English signage making them accessible to international visitors. The three grand shrines, Kumano Hongu Taisha, Kumano Hayatama Taisha, and Kumano Nachi Taisha, maintain distinct characters, with Nachi offering a waterfall shrine where water cascades 133 meters. Japanese giant hornets inhabit forests, and hikers must avoid them. Copper pheasants strut along paths while Japanese wood pigeons coo from cryptomerias. Tokyo Skytree opened in 2012 as the world's tallest tower at 634 meters, serving as broadcasting tower with observation decks at 350 and 450 meters. The tower's design incorporates traditional aesthetics with curves inspired by samurai swords. The views extend 80 kilometers on clear days, showing Tokyo's sprawl, with Mount Fuji visible when atmospheric conditions cooperate. The tower sits in Sumida Ward, historically associated with Edo period culture. The base contains shopping complex Solamachi with over 300 shops. Peregrine falcons, the world's fastest birds, have nested on the tower's structure, hunting pigeons in the urban environment. Black kites also circle the tower, hunting for food. Tokyo Skytree proves Japan builds vertically when horizontal space runs out. Tokyo Disneyland opened in 1983 as the first Disney park outside the United States and immediately became more successful through Japanese attention to detail. The park maintains Disney standards while adding Japanese efficiency, where trains run on time and cleanliness is obsessive. Your Tokyo Disney Sea next door is considered the best Disney park globally, with nautical theme and unique attractions. Combined, they attract 30 million visitors annually. The parks prove Japan can take American concepts and improve them through cultural values, emphasizing precision and service. Oriental turtle doves nest in trees throughout the park, adapted to human presence. Tree sparrows flit between attractions while brown-eared bulbuls sing from landscaped gardens. Tokyo Imperial Palace sits on grounds where Edo Castle once stood. The residence of Japan's emperor, hidden behind moats and walls. The palace grounds occupy 1.15 square kilometers, remaining mostly closed to the public except for guided tours twice daily. Just the east gardens are freely accessible, showing the castle's former defenses with stone walls surviving from the Edo period. The palace itself remains off limits except on January 2nd and the emperor's birthday. Mandarin ducks overwinter in palace moats alongside gray herons fishing in waters. Spot-billed ducks paddle year-round while little grebes dive for small fish. The Imperial Palace proves that even in democratic Japan, the emperor maintains distance and mystery befitting descent from the sun goddess. Asakusa preserves old Tokyo atmosphere, where Sensoji Temple, founded in 645 CE, is the city's oldest temple, approached through Nakamise shopping street, selling traditional snacks for centuries. And the massive red lantern at Kaminarimon Gate photographs endlessly despite being a 1960s reproduction. The temple grounds fill with crowds but retain atmosphere where incense smoke is believed to bring healing. The nearby Sumida River offers water bus cruises through the city. House sparrows and tree sparrows flock around the temple, fed by elderly visitors despite signs discouraging feeding. Brown-eared bulbuls sing from cherry trees while azure-winged magpies raid food stalls. Asakusa proves that even in hyper-modern Tokyo, traditional neighborhoods survive where the past remains living presence. Akihabara began as an electronics district, but transformed into otaku culture headquarters where anime, manga, video games, and maid cafes define the district. Multi-story stores sell anime merchandise and rare manga. while maid cafes offer themed dining where servers dress in costumes. The district represents Japanese pop culture's commercial heart, where global fan culture originated. Akihabara Station serves multiple train lines, making it an accessible hub where suburban otaku converge on weekends. Jungle crows dominate the area, sometimes harassing pedestrians during nesting season. Tree sparrows nest in building crevices while oriental turtle doves perch on power lines. Akihabara proves Japan's cultural exports extend far beyond traditional arts. Ueno Park is Tokyo's cultural center, containing Tokyo National Museum, National Museum of Western Art, National Science Museum, and Ueno Zoo. The park's cherry blossoms attract millions during spring hanami season. The Ueno Zoo, founded in 1882, houses giant pandas gifted by China that attract massive crowds. Shinobazu Pond attracts migratory birds including tufted ducks, northern pintails, and little grebes, creating birdwatching opportunities in central Tokyo. Jungle crows dominate the park, sometimes attacking visitors during nesting season. Gray herons hunt fish in pond edges, while cormorants dive offshore. Japanese white-eyes feed on cherry blossoms, while brown-eared bulbuls sing from maples. Ueno proves Tokyo values culture enough to dedicate prime real estate to museums and nature. Odaiba is an artificial island in Tokyo Bay, created from landfill and redeveloped in the 1990s as futuristic urban development. Thus, the Rainbow Bridge connects Odaiba to mainland, creating an iconic structure. TeamLab Borderless Digital Art Museum offers immersive experiences blurring boundaries between art and technology. The life-size Gundam statue stands 18 meters tall, creating a pilgrimage site for anime fans. Odaiba Beach offers swimming, though water quality is questionable. Black-tailed gulls and common gulls flock around the waterfront, scavenging food from tourists. Great cormorants dive for fish offshore, while spot-billed ducks paddle in protected coves. Little egrets hunt tide pools during low tide. Odaiba proves Tokyo builds entire islands when it runs out of land. Tsukiji Outer Market survived even after the inner wholesale market moved to Toyosu in 2018. With the outer market's 400 shops continuing to serve the freshest seafood and produce. The market opens early, with some shops operating from 5 a.m., serving breakfast to market workers and tourists. The market demonstrates Japanese food culture's seriousness, where sourcing and freshness are treated as high art. Brown-eared bulbuls perch on power lines, waiting to snatch dropped food scraps. Black kites circle overhead hunting while jungle crows patrol garbage areas. Tree sparrows flit between stalls. Tsukiji retains atmosphere and remains essential to Tokyo's food culture and urban ecosystem. Roppongi is Tokyo's international nightlife district where expatriates and tourists converge, creating multicultural atmosphere. Roppongi Hills is a massive development containing offices, residences, shops, Mori Art Museum, and observation deck. Tokyo Midtown offers similar mixed-use development with luxury brands. The National Art Center features undulating glass facade and rotating exhibitions. Roppongi's reputation for sketchy establishments makes it an area locals warn against, though nightlife attractions draw crowds regardless. Tree sparrows nest in building facades while oriental turtle doves perch on skyscraper ledges. Brown-eared bulbuls feed on ornamental plantings. Jungle crows patrol garbage areas at night. Roppongi represents Tokyo's integration of international culture. Meiji Shrine sits in a 70-hectare forest honoring Emperor Meiji, who presided over Japan's modernization from 1868 to 1912. The approach through towering torii gates and gravel paths creates transition from urban chaos to sacred calm within minutes. The forest was planted with 100,000 trees, creating an ecosystem that now feels ancient, though barely a century old. The shrine hosts traditional Shinto weddings most weekends. Japanese bush warblers sing from forest canopy, their distinctive call penetrating urban noise. Azure-winged magpies flit through trees while Japanese wood pigeons nest in cryptomerias. The iris garden blooms in June with over 1,500 plants. Meiji Shrine proves Tokyo values sacred space enough to preserve it. Japan in 2026 is a country of contradictions. The world's oldest population yet obsessed with youth culture, and the most technologically advanced nation yet. Maintaining traditions from centuries past, where robots and monks share space, where bullet trains and ancient temples are equally important. Where cherry blossoms bloom for 2 weeks, creating national obsession. Where vending machines sell everything, yet traditional crafts survive through artisans dedicating lifetimes to perfection. Japan will frustrate you with rules that seem arbitrary until you understand the culture. It will humble you when you realize how little you know. But it will show you snow monkeys bathing in hot springs, deer bowing for crackers, giant salamanders older than your grandparents, cranes dancing in winter wetlands, and foxes roaming shrine grounds. This is Japan. Subscribe for more honest explorations. The world is beautiful, complicated, yet and worth understanding honestly. Japan is waiting. Are you ready to see beyond cherry blossoms and discover what is actually there?